Hello everybody, I'm Alex Hemby. This is going to be a follow-up to my last video that I posted regarding stolen dirt bikes. I'm going to be putting things up on the screen as well as showing some stuff here. I'm not really going to show a lot just because you guys don't need to know how I secure my things. I'm just going to tell you how to secure your things. To begin with, locked barn, garage, building, that's good. It takes about 2 seconds to cut a lock off a door, and even a pry bar, maybe. I've seen people break into one similar to this one with just a pry bar. So your bike's in your garage. What do you do with it at that point? If it can support a stand like this, I encourage you to use a stand like this. Now, if you have like a CRF 110 or a trail bike, if the frame doesn't allow this type of stand to be used, I encourage you to get a skid plate on the bottom so the stand can be used with that. I'll put a picture up, if I have one, of a CRF 110 on here. But that's the first step, because if a bike's on a kickstand, they could just kick it off the kickstand, roll it away. Not good. So your bike's on the stand, what do you do now? Take cable, and it could be any type of cable. Now, this is a cable that you could use. You could also use chains, thicker, smaller, but this is a braided metal wire with like some plasticky stuff on it. It's got 2 ends and a padlock, okay? So, put it through the wheel, put it through the frame, put it through the stand, take your padlock, put it together, lock it. That's not going to stop them, it's just going to slow it down. So you have that, but they can still pick up the whole unit and run away with the whole unit. It's going to take 2 or 3 people, but what are you going to do? If you have the ability to, I suggest you get D-rings like this. I got this from, I believe, Lowe's or Harbor Freight. I believe it's a 2-inch D-ring, but it's solid. It's mounted to the stud. The heads are rounded off, so it cannot be removed easily. And then all you got to do is take your cable and or chain, hook it to your bike. In this case, I am the bike. Put a lock on it, and now it's secured to the wall or the floor. If you don't have the ability to do something like this, or if you have a concrete floor, first I'll start with a concrete floor. They make things you can use. I forget what it's called, but you can drill a hole into the concrete, and then it's like this epoxy type of stuff that you can put in there with a bolt, and it will hold the thread for the bolt. Those are good. I've heard they get ripped out of the ground pretty easy, so just be careful with that. But if you do not have that as an option, or if you're renting, or you just don't, you don't have anything you can attach it to, like a wall, the floor, something like that, a cinder block, 2 cinder blocks, 3, 4, 5 cinder blocks. They could break them with a hammer, knock them on the floor, but it's going to take longer. Your objective is not to stop the thief, it is to slow down the thief. And with the cable, Harbor Freight sells 30 feet, 50 feet of cable and of chains. Now, you can run, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter how many bikes, you could take this cable, run it wheel to wheel to wheel to wheel, through the frame, through the stand, take it through your bike, wheel frame stand, and you can make it take 10 minutes for you to get your bike out, right? That's 10 minutes it takes you to get your bike out, and you know how you ran it. Okay, a thief isn't going to know how you did it. They're not going to know the most efficient means, where the lock is, and if they have to cut it, that's time they spend having to cut it. So, get 30 feet of cable, run through your bike. So what, it takes you 10 minutes to get your stuff out. Would you rather take 10 minutes to get your stuff out, or get all your stuff taken? You may be thinking, my garage has windows. My barn that I keep my bike in has windows. My house that I keep my bike in has windows. Great, they make window bars. Now, again, if you rent, would you rather not get your security deposit back, or have your $10,000 motorcycle gone, or multiple bikes gone? I highly suggest putting bars on your windows. You can get some good quality ones from Amazon for like $50 to $100 a piece, depending on how thick and large you want them. But again, It's not going to stop them. They could totally come with a circular saw, but it's going to slow them down. Now, security measures. Have a security system. I recommend 3 levels of this. You want motion activated cameras that have a link to your phone, so it will notify you if anything goes on. The link is really good for this. Simply Safe has some. I think almost every security system company offers this stuff, but I know Amazon Blink is a standalone service. You do have to pay monthly for it, but it's something to think about. And then get CCTV. So you always have cameras that are running. You have ones you could check on your phone right then and there, see what's going on right at that moment, but you also have something that is stored on a hard drive that is always recording no matter what. Now again, this is going to be expensive, but like I said, would you rather spend $1,000 on security or have to buy another $10,000 bike? The third one of those 3 is a security system. Motion sensors, door alarms, window break alarms. All of these are just little magnetized things. Again, Simply Safe offers a lot. I'm not sponsored by Simply Safe, but they're pretty good. I know there's a whole bunch of other home security systems you can use. I'm familiar with Simply Safe. A lot of people around me have that. For GPS tracking, you can put GPS trackers in your bikes. Now, whether it be a standalone, like you can get off of Amazon, which requires a SIM card, which is a monthly subscription, Apple AirTag, I think Android makes like an AirTag or something, but I have trackers in everything I own. If it is a machine with wheels, it has 2 or more trackers in every single thing that I own, and it's hidden, so it's going to take a while to find it. Again, you're not stopping them, you're just making it harder. It's because the ultimate goal is, my alarm goes off, someone's breaking into my house, I have enough time to get out of my house and into where my bikes are located to assess the situation and hopefully prevent it. And then outside where you keep your bikes, 4-wheelers, or other things you don't want stolen, make it difficult for it to be stolen. Don't put a ramp leading up to the door. Don't, have the door be able to be wide open. Have something in front of your door so the door can't be opened all the way without that something moving. I've seen people park their vehicles sideways in front of their garage just so you cannot get anything out of it once the garage door is open. Same thing with a barn or a hayloft or anything like that. You can put something in front of it to keep it from being opened. Again, you're slowing it down. Whatever it is can be moved, will always be able to be moved, but it's going to take them longer. If you have the ability to install a gate, like a cattle gate or just a regular vehicle gate, anything, chain from tree to tree across your yard. I mean, I've seen people do cinder blocks and they have 30, 40 feet of chain to string across, so whenever they get home, all they gotta do is take that chain down. A determined enough thief is gonna go straight through it, but it's just one more thing they have to go through to get to your stuff. I ran out of storage because I'm recording this on my phone, but what I was talking about with the trackers, this looks like a piece of trash. This is an AirTag off of one of my machines. It's wrapped in electrical tape, and all I have to do is put electrical tape on either side, put it somewhere where it's going to be difficult or hard to find. People that steal bikes usually don't do maintenance on them, so that may be a good idea on where you may want to put them. But that's the information that I can give you regarding trackers. Now, this is by no means a diss to anybody who has had their bike stolen in the past, because I'm also a victim of that. I just am making this video in hopes to lessen that, to have more people not have to experience what I've had to experience and what Dave has had to experience twice. At the end of the day, you should not have to do any of this. If I wanted to, I should be able to take my bike out of the garage and let it sit in the driveway in the front yard where all the cars pass by to see. I should be able to leave that there until I decide to put it back in the garage, because I shouldn't have to worry about people stealing my things. They're my things, not other people's things. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in, and we have to do things like this. And I encourage other YouTubers, small and big, who may be watching this video, secure your bikes. You are absolutely a target. And like me, I've got a brand new bike. Someone wants it. Someone wants it more than I do. And they are going to risk their life to come and try and take my things. So do what you can to make it hard. Do what you can to make that not happen. There's also things you can use that make loud noises, which eject a projectile in certain directions when you're pointing it in that direction. And if you don't have one of those things, I encourage you to get 1, 2, 3, 4 to defend your home and defend yourself with. If someone breaks into your home and tries to take your things, they are valuing your things over their life, and you should treat it as such. I'm going to try not to ramble anymore, and I should probably just cut this video short. I've said what I need to say. If you have any information regarding the theft of Dave's dirt bike, please contact me or him on Instagram. My handle will be up here as well as his. There will be a reward for any information that leads to recovery or arrest of his bike, and that money will be sent after the fact. That's all I gotta say. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and be safe.